All right. Thanks everyone for joining and really appreciate that. So I'll be just a quick rundown of how the session will go. I'll be introducing myself, telling you more about our company, then calling on the facilitator to share more light into the role uh, of a business analyst. And after that, we'll be taking questions and hopefully we'll try as much as possible to answer any questions as well. All right. So my name is Akin Oladeji, and I happen to be the founder of Learn with Pride. What we do at Learn with Pride is we help people that wants to transition from non-IT or non-technical into the technical space. So it doesn't matter what you studied in school or what you've been working at for the last 5, 10 years, because we take you on the journey from the very scratch, and we do not focus on the theoretical aspect. We focus more on the practical aspect and getting your hands dirty. So you'll be working on a live project as well. So that's what we do. And from the past or in the past, we've helped many to transition as well. And we run different IT courses as well, ranging from project management to business analysis, Scrum Master, product owner, software testing, data analysis, IT support, and DevOps engineer. So we run like 7 different IT trainings so far. So sorry, 1 second. Yeah, so and the good thing about transitioning now is since after COVID, IT jobs has become like, hot cake. Many people wants to transition to IT. Why is that? It's because it gives them the flexibility. There's flexibility, there's work-life balance, and also most importantly, you can work remotely. So it doesn't matter your country of residence, whether you live in Ghana, you live in Zimbabwe, you live in Nigeria, you can secure a remote job with a foreign company. You can be in Nigeria, you can be in the UK and be working for a company in Australia. You can be in Nigeria and be working remotely with a company in Canada. This is the space you put yourself in. But before you can put yourself in that space, you need to acquire the right knowledge. You need to acquire the right skills. Many people will ask themselves, is it too late for me to transition? Or can I still do it? Since the onset or since the beginning of my life, the only thing I know is accounting. The only thing I've done is customer service. The only thing I've done is sales, but I needed the change. But can I actually change? Is it not too late for me to change? The answer to that is it's never too late for anyone. I myself, I transitioned as well. And my background was in accounting. I needed a change badly, desperately. I was looking for what to do. I did all the certification I could lay my hands on, thinking all the professional certification, thinking that will give me the path, a free entry to secure the IT role. But I was only deceiving myself because it's not about the professional certificate, but it's about what you can demonstrate to the employer or the recruiter, that you can do the job. So you need to be able to prove to them that you've done it and you can hit the ground running. So I was missing the practical knowledge, I was missing the hands-on knowledge, so I was getting so many unfortunate. I'll apply for a role, they'll tell you, oh, sorry, you don't have the experience, until I saw like a master program as well. And I enrolled. Well, even the course I enrolled for, is a technical, totally different from what I studied in school, which is accounting. It has to do with automation engineer, whereby you have to write codes in programming language like C# to automate a website. I know nothing. I didn't come from a technical background, but I needed that change. So I took on the challenge. I enrolled. The journey wasn't easy, but I was determined that, whatever it takes, I'm going to give it. And I'm going to ensure that at the end of it, I'll secure a job and, I'll leave the accounting. And to cut the long story short, I was able to get a job after I finished the master program. After 3 months or thereabout, I was able to secure a role. And to cut the story short, now I'm not only working in that field, I actually train others as well to become like me. So this is something that you can make happen as well, but it will require your determination, it will require your commitment, sacrifice, and the hunger for change, you know, has to keep burning. There's nothing impossible to achieve. I do tell my students, if I can do it, coming from a non-technical background, I don't know anything technical at all. All I knew then was debit, credit, balance sheet, trial balance, and what I do now is completely, totally different from what I studied. So it could happen to anyone, but you need to acquire the right skills and knowledge, and that is what we stand for. If you enroll on the journey, not only are we going to owe you by the end, we'll be there all the way. You have a backbone to support you. You have the support system, because it is very important. When transitioning, you need that support system. You need someone in your corner. So it's not like after the 3 months program, you come back, we say we don't know you again because you are done with us. No, we try to create a family. We have a group called alumni group, whereby some are already working in the field, and some are actively working as well. So you need community like that you can fall back to. Well, probably when you start working and you have issues or something you want to clarify, it's a platform you can go to and ask your questions. So yes, that's what we stand for. About the company has been in existence for over 4 years now. To L, I'll answer all questions after this session. So if you have any question, just drop it. But what do I do now? I still work as a software automation engineer. I work as a software automation consultant, rather. That's what I do. And I do facilitate my own training as well. That is to L. But any other questions, I will take it at the end of the session. So please just bear with me. So about the company, we've been going strong for the last 4 years. As I said, we focus more on practical training and hands-on job experience, because we believe if you have the skills and knowledge and the know-how, you can still get the job even without the professional certification. Many of our students have done that in the past, that even it was after they started working, that they now decided to go and do the professional certification. So yeah, I have a few slides to go through before I call on the facilitator. So let's just go through my slide quickly. I don't want to waste your time. I'm skipping those because it's going to talk more about them. So why business analyst? The good thing about this course is you'll be exposed to more than business analyst. You'll also be exposed to a product owner role as well. And when you are put on a live project, you have the platform to act as both business analyst and product owner. The reason for that is when you start applying for jobs, you are not restricting yourself to only business analyst role. You can as well apply for a product owner role as well. And the good thing is, in an agile team, in the absence of a product owner, the business analyst will perform that role, and vice versa as well. In the absence of a BA, the product owner is going to perform the role. So it is a good thing for you to be exposed to it, so that when that time comes, you are ready for it as well. So, but why business analyst? It's one of the, highly paid profession in the industry at the moment. I'm going to be using UK as a point of reference because that is where I live. The average salary in the UK, you're looking around 50,000 if you are considering a permanent role. But if you are considering a contract, you'll be looking around £400 a day, 450 a day. It can go or higher than that, But let's just assume you are getting £400 a day. That is like £8,000 per month. And even if the contract is only for 4 months, 5 months, 8,000 times 5, that is a lot of money. Many people are not even getting that per annum in the UK, because the average salary in the UK is around 18,000 to 35,000. That is what 60-70% gets in the UK. So if you finish a 3-month program and you are able to land a role of 45-50,000, that is a lot of money because majority are not even getting that. That is the kind of space you can put yourself. Another advantage attached to this as well is, there's a shortage of skilled worker in the UK when it comes to IT business analyst. And, you can be in your home country, apply for job, they like you, they can, if they recruit you, they can apply for a sponsorship visa for you, even from your home country, because it's one of the shortage of skilled worker in the UK. You can read that up as well on the .gov website. All right. Another advantage is working remotely from anywhere. I made mention of this earlier on. It doesn't matter where you live. All what you need is to acquire the knowledge, the right skills, and at the end of the day, there are sites dedicated to, like a freelancer roles, something like that. Even if you don't want to do permanent, you can take on contract roles from foreign companies and you'll be paid in foreign currency as well, which is a lot of money, even if it's 3-4 months. But you need to, put yourself in that space first. You need to acquire the right skills, the right knowledge for you to be able to take advantage of the opportunity when it comes. And it's in high demand. People are doing, I know some of my ex-students doing 2-3 jobs at the same time. Why are they doing 2-3 jobs? Because there are no enough people to take up the roles. As I said, it's one of the shortage skilled worker in the UK. So there is not enough people as an IT business analyst. They are looking for people, and that is the right time. That is why this is the right time, for you to make that move, for you to make that transition and, change, get into that space. It's part of the national cake, 1 second. All right. Let me write on. So if you are to come on the journey with us, what is going to entail? What will be the roadmap? So the program is for 3 months. It's a 3-month program. But the first 6 weeks will be for practical training. The first 6 weeks will be for practical training. That will run twice a week. That will be every Thursdays and Saturdays. Thursdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. UK time, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. in the morning. So that will run for 6 weeks. And that will expose you to a day in the life of a business analyst, a product owner. It will expose you to different tools that you need to know as well. And after the 6 weeks, after the 6 weeks period, the 6 weeks practical training, then you'll be put on a project, a live project for another 2 months. When I say live project, I'm talking about live project. This is not a capstone project. So live project that you'll be working with a full Scrum team. You have a developer, you have a Scrum master, you have yourself as a business analyst, you have a product owner, and you have a tester. Sometimes you have a UI UX designer as well. So this is a full team that you'll be working with to deliver a solution for your own clients. So that will be the project will be for 2 months. So in total, the duration of the program, it's like 3 months, 2 weeks, so to say. And in this 3 months, 2 weeks, you know, we would have equipped you with the right skills, with the right knowledge, so that when you start applying for jobs, you'll be able to compete effectively, with people who has been doing it for 2-3 years. That's the position we want you to be at the end of the 3 months program. But I made mention earlier on that the training will only be twice a week. But that doesn't mean your own learning has to be restricted to twice a week. Your own learning has to be an everyday thing, because as I said, at the end of the 3 months, you want to be able to compete with people who has been in the industry for 2-3 years. For that to happen, You must have devoted your time into the process. You must have sacrificed one thing or the other. I know everybody works, and also probably you've got family. But when it comes to transitioning, there's actually no excuse. If there's an excuse, that transitioning will not happen. Because all we can do from our side is give you the 50% that we promise, which is give you the platform, equip you with the necessary skills, knowledge, expose you to things, and the other 50% has to be done by you. And what is the other 50%? Getting your hands dirty every day. Don't wait till the classroom before you go back to the last recording, or before you do any research. You need to do your research. You need to go on Google, go on YouTube, read more, learn more, because that's how you learn. That's how you equip yourself, so that even by the time you come to the class, you are bombarding your facilitators with questions because you've gone ahead of the class and research about what you are doing. For that reason, you'll be able to ask questions, and by asking questions and giving answer to those questions, you are learning more. And those things that you're learning serves as your story when you start applying for job, because interview is all about good storytelling. If you can tell a good story, you surely get the job. But so that's the position, that's the situation we want to put you at the end of that 3 months. It's nothing impossible to achieve. It's very, very possible to achieve. Again, I'll say this: if I can transition from non-technical to a very technical space, then you should be able to transition. This should be a walk in the park for you. But again, you need to devote your time into the process. Quickly, why on this? If you should come on board, what does it entail? Let me quickly talk on that. So you get the practical training. If you should enroll, what are you getting as part of your enrollment from us? So you get the practical training, you get to work on a live project, you get the mentorship, you get a support, you get a interview preparation. Also, all our courses are CPD accredited, meaning they meet the professional standard, and the certificate that you get at the end of the program is recognized in over 60 countries. In the UK, US, Australia, Canada, Nigeria, Ghana, in over 60 countries. Actually, let me see if I can go there. So this is the body. I'm going to paste the link in the chat. If you want to do your due diligence, if you want to do your research, you can go on their website, read more about them, look at the benefits that is attached to the certificate that you'll be getting from us, because you'll be getting their certificate, not even our certificate, but at least you'll be able to see the advantages that is attached to the certificate that you'll be getting from this body. They are called CPD Standard Office. So yeah, I've just pasted it on the chat. You can read more at your own convenient time. All right. So now that you've gone through the training, and lastly, you get a work reference for the duration that you are with us, which you can put on your CV, and we'll be more than happy to give you that reference when you secure a role. All right. So you've gone through the training, you've gone through the project as well. Now you can, say you are a business analyst, and it's time for you to start applying for jobs. But if you are not visible in the market, if recruiters cannot see you, then you won't be getting calls. You'll be wondering, now I can do the job, but I'm not getting calls. Why am I not getting calls? You are not getting calls because no one can see you. You are not visible. That is why this step, is very, 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 very important. It is as important as the training itself and the project. So when I say optimization of your brand, I'm talking about your CV, I'm talking about your LinkedIn. Your CV has to be revamped to the international standard. If you want to start applying for international jobs, you need to revamp your CV. Also, LinkedIn, you have to be in that space as well. It is very important, because LinkedIn has now become a popular marketplace for recruiters now. where they go to search for people, qualified personnel, for their job. So you need to be in that space as well. So when this is done, then you can be rest assured that they'll be reaching out to you because they can see you. You've revamped your CV, you're on LinkedIn now. They will be calling you even without you applying for such roles because they can see you. Are you available for a quick chat? We are recruiting for so. Will you be available for an interview? You'll be getting those calls, and that is what we want. And after that, you've been applying. Also, you apply manually as well. You've been applying manually for jobs as well. But at the end of the day, you secure an interview. This is another step that we are going to assist you by doing interview preparation with you, because we want you to go into that interview with confidence, like you know what you are doing. So we do interview preparation for you just to prepare you ahead. And yeah, it's part of what you get from us anyway. So quickly, before I hand over to the facilitator to talk more about what it entails to be a business analyst, just to show you our company stats. So from 2020 till date, we've managed to enroll more than 20,000 students. And this is a breakdown of the courses that we do: business analysis, data, Scrum, software, project, IT support, manual testing, DevOps. But we are particular about business analysis. And this chart, or this stat, is from January till date. From January till date, we've managed to enroll slightly over 750 students till date, if I'm right. Yeah. Over 750 students has passed through our business analyst / product owner training till date. So in general, 85% of our students are working. 50% are working in the public sector, while 35% are working in the private sector. And 15%, they are job ready, but they are still searching. And if you join this alumni group that I'm talking about, you get to see people on the group. You get to interact with people, both the ones that are working and the ones that are still searching, but at least they've gone through the training, they've gone through the project, they have more experience than yourself because they've exposed themselves to different projects as well. So it's a nice environment for you to mingle, for you to share ideas, and for you to ask questions as well. So quickly, these are just the sample jobs I got from the internet on JobServe. The first one is paying between 75,000 and 90,000, while the second one is paying from 80,000 to 100,000. I'm sure majority will be wondering that how possible can I undergo a 3 month training? Even the 4 years university that I've gone, I can't secure such role. Why will I go through 3 months program and be able to secure this role? Yes, it is very, 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 very possible. You don't need to go back because you want to transition to IT. You don't need to go back to school to read for another 4 years. You don't need to go back to school and read for another 2 years. No, that is why we organize the master classes like this, for you to know the exact thing you need to say, you need to do for you to gain that space, for you to get that job. That's what we focus on. So it is very possible. It's all about being at the right place at the right time, saying the right words out to the interviewers to convince them that, yes, truly I know what I'm talking about because I've done it, and I can prove that to you. So yes, you can get such amount, especially when you do contract as well. Contract jobs pay so well, like this one. This is a contract role paying 650, between 650 and 725 a day. Let's just say £600 a day. That's £1,200. Sorry, that is £12,000 per month. If you are getting £600 a day, roughly £12,000 per month. And let's just say the contract is even 3 months, which is subject to extension anyway. But even if it's 3 months, 12 times 3, you know, majority are not getting that in a year. You see, and those are the kind of space you can put yourself. But before you can put yourself in that space, you need to acquire the right skills. You need to acquire the right knowledge. It's like someone that didn't play lottery and you saw your friend winning and you say, "Oh, I wish I played that lottery. Probably I would have been the one that won that 30 million." But you never played. Same thing goes to, transitioning as well. Procrastination, because majority of us we procrastinate a lot, and you now saw your friend that, did the training back then, probably like 3 months ago, now secured a good job. You are now wondering that, oh, I wish I enrolled back then as well. Probably, me too, I'll be working remotely now, or I'll be getting paid so much, you know. So that is why it is very important for us to take action. They say make A when the sun shines. I can tell you we are one of the most affordable in the market when it comes to career transitioning. And being affordable doesn't mean we give cheap quality. No, we don't give quantity. You get quality out of our trainings. I think I've got one of the ex-student who finished their training, I think last week. They are waiting to start the project on the 17th. Probably I'll call on him later on just to talk about the training, the practical training itself. And you hear from him, what he has to say about that. So yes, you get the quality from that is assured, that is certain. You can't go wrong, and it will be when you look back probably after like 4 or 5 months, you realize that, oh, that money I spent for that training that then is the best decision probably I've ever made. So before I hand over quickly, the cost for the training is £499, but there's 20% discount. But this can only go to 10 people because we only have 10 slots left for the training starting on the 22nd. So it's starting on the 22nd, but we only have 10 slots left for that particular cohort. So if you are enrolling, you can get up to 20% discount. If you get 20% discount, that will be $399. And the good thing is it's not even all the amount that is due at once. It is only half that is due to start. So you only require half of the payment to start. And the other half can be paid within 4 to 5 weeks, just before you start on the live project. But before you start on the live project, everything has to be paid. That is it. Also, this is in pounds. If you are paying in naira, that will be 400,000 naira before discount. After discount, that will be 360,000, and half of that is required to start, which is 180,000, and the other 180,000 can be paid within 4 to 5 weeks after you started on the training. Again, the training will be starting on the 22nd of July. So just if you have any questions, or if you want to enroll after this session, or you want to chat me up, that is the number on your screen that you can get me, the WhatsApp number on your screen. You can get me on that WhatsApp number on your screen. If you have any questions, or if for enrollment, you can message me on that number and I'll be responding to any questions that you ask me. But for now, so you can take a screenshot of the number or put it on your phone for later on as well. So for now, I'm going to be pausing. I'm going to be inviting Genesis, who is going to be taking you on the journey if you are to enroll for the cohort starting on the 22nd, to shed more lights, into the life of a business analyst and to tell you more about what it entails. So without further ado, Genesis, over to you. Thanks.
Hi, Akin. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Just confirm that you can see my screen. Then I can begin my presentation. Okay, great. So, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the taster session.
You're a bit low, though. The volume of the mic is a bit low.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Give me a minute. Let me turn my headset. Just a minute. How about now? Is it better?
It's too low. I don't know whether it's only me though.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's not low.
It's fine,
It's
really.
as high as yours.
Oh, that's fine then. I don't know. Probably
Yeah.
it's me then. That's fine then.
All right, thanks. So, good afternoon, everyone. Once again, this is welcome to Limit Price Business Analysis Taster Session, and I believe that at the end of this taster session, a lot of us are going to be making a decision to, if not all of us, we're going to be making a decision to pursue a career transition into business analysis. So, just give us a sneak peek into what business analysis is. This is more like a very much high level session. So it shouldn't take more than 20 minutes of your time. So we're looking at what business analysis is, why do companies need business analysts, why are we actually important, what business analysts do, and what are some of the misjudgments that people have about business analysis. And then we close with how to actually become a business analyst. I know for which Akin has spoken to a greater bit. So I'll just add some more detail to that. But before that, a brief introduction of myself. My name is Genesis Enwenyuku. I'm a certified business analyst with IIBA. I'm also a director member of IIBA. So IIBA is the global institute that is responsible for certifying business analysts globally. It stands for International Institute for Business Analysis, or Business Analysis rather. You can check that out on Google. You can feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or on Instagram. I started my journey in business analysis over 6 to 7 years, having worked in several companies, both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. Currently, I'm resident in Nigeria, but work with a company in the UK called Rover. It's a fintech in the UK. So let's just go straight to the sneak peek session. So what is business analysis? Business analysis basically has to do with identifying a need and driving a change process to solve that need or to find a solution to that need. In a nutshell, is basically the practice of enabling change in an organization by defining the need and recommending solutions that will deliver value to stakeholders. Value is the basis of everything we do in business analysis. That is because a business analyst job is a job of value creation, value improvement, value generation for the business, for customers, for stakeholders, and everyone involved in that particular solution we are building. Why do companies actually need business analysts? Before the introduction of business analysis into the workforce, or introduction of business analysts into the workforce, there have been a very big gap in communication. If you track back most of the major improvements in technology and in work, you realize that those major improvements, or as people call them, quantum leaps in these industries, came as a result of the introduction of business analysis. Why do I say so? You can Google or do research to find out for yourself. Business analysis helps to foster communication between stakeholders. And the problem why businesses have been having issues, or the reason why businesses have been having issues in the past, is because of lack of proper and clear communication. If you don't clearly
tell the technical person the specification or measurements or the distinct information on how to carry out the task and what the task should result to. The developer or any technical person could assume something. So let me give you an instance. If I'm to tell a developer that I want customers to be able to log in with their email address, their password, and any other relevant information, that person that is to build that particular login interface or login page on that particular application might assume any other relevant information to be maybe date of birth or country or gender or region or height or whatever thing. They might assume that any other relevant information to be that. And that is how problems come in organizations or in businesses. But as business analysts, we are there to ensure that there's clarity in communication. So as a business analyst, you will tell the developer that allow customers to be able to sign up or create accounts with their email address, their password, and their date of birth. In that way, the communication is clear and concise for both the business to align and agree upon, and for the developer to be able to understand what to implement. So business analyst comes to ensure that the difficulty in understanding or the communication gap between business and technology or business and engineering is bridged, and they have ways to better understand each other. Most times business feel that they have a problem, or they have a notion or an idea of a problem that they feel they want to solve. When a business analyst comes in to do what we call need or problem identification, proper problem identification, at the end of the day, based on the findings that we business analysts come up with, the business will realize that what they consider to be a need isn't actually a need, it's just a want. And they are actually, the other things they feel are not important might actually be the most important thing they need to solve for. So we need to help them understand how the problem, or what the problem is, by clearly defining and identifying the problem. And then we recommend a solution for that problem. We don't just stop by saying, okay, this is the problem you are facing, this is a solution to your problem. We are also called change agents. So we are the ones that are involved in driving a change from the problem to the solution. And by the time we have been able to implement the solution, we ensure that we constantly evaluate that solution in order for it not to disappoint, in order for it to meet its expected benefit and value that we have spelled out. So business analysts are basically needed or required to bridge the gap between business and technology. We understand the business, we understand the technology. We understand business, we understand technical things. It doesn't necessarily have to be IT. It could be in any industry, it could be in a hospital. We understand the customer, the patients, we understand the doctors, we understand clinical processes, and we know how to ensure that the clinical processes of any medical facility fits into the lifestyle of the patients. So irrespective of whatever domain or industry, whether it's insurance or medical or IT or fintech or financial services or agriculture, our main job is to ensure that we bridge the communication gap by having proper understanding for key stakeholders. What does business analysts do? So what do we do on a typical or an ideal day? We start by first understanding the organizational problems or goals, which is the need. And as I used to tell my students, everything we do in business analysis starts from need. If you are to solve a problem using business analysis tools or technique, and you don't start that problem solving by first identifying and clearly defining the need, you basically fail at that. So we start from understanding what the problems or what the goals, as the objectives of the organizations are. Then we analyze these needs based on solutions that we want to recommend. So by analyzing need, it means We collaborate with stakeholders to get more details about this need, to get their perception about this need, to get their idea on possible ways we can solve this need. And then we also recommend a solution and also collaborate with stakeholders. We don't work in isolation. We work a lot with people. So if you're a business analyst working in an insurance company or in a bank or in an IT company, you're going to be working across with different departments. Not that you're working for them, but you're working with them. You'll be engaging them in meetings, in workshops, asking them questions, validating ideas with them and all of that. So we analyze solutions and needs. We also devise strategies to improve a process. So if you realize that the business process, the process by which a company, let's say for instance, you find yourself in an organization and realize that the company takes roughly 3 months to complete recruitment, the recruitment process takes about 3 months. And you've been able to realize that as a business analyst, you could step in to improve their business process, right? You can devise strategies to improve business process by looking at places you can cut waste, redundancy, and things or bottlenecks that basically cause delay in making decisions as fast as possible with respect to recruitment. So we can devise strategies that will help to improve business processes, that will help to improve business operation, and we also drive the change. As I said, we are change agents. We are the ones that we don't just stop at identifying the problem and recommending solution. We are the one that drive. So we are the head, we are the forefront of implementing that change. So as a business analyst, if you if your recommendation is that we need to build a software solution, right, that will help digitize our processes, you don't just stop at that recommendation. You are the one that is taking ownership, responsibility in implementing that. So you are driving it. You're like a key driver for the business. And then finally, one of the things we also do is to facilitate collaboration. Ensure that stakeholders collaborate, understand, work together, are able to come in unison to solve or collaborate in solving or reaching a specific goal. There are several misjudgments that people have about business analysis. I know you must have been confused when you hear business analysis, and you might compare it to be business analytics, or you might compare it to be business development. And these are some of the misunderstandings or misjudgments that people have with business analysis. But just to clarify, business analysis focuses on understanding the needs, functions, and processes of a business, of an initiative, then recommending a solution. However, on the other hand, business analytics focuses on data and reporting to examine past business performance and predicting future business performance. So business analytics basically focuses on statistical data and reporting in order to extrapolate and come up with a prediction or a predictive analysis on how to better perform as a business. But as a business analyst, we are a lot more focused on understanding the need of the business by interacting with stakeholders, understanding the various functions within the business and the processes that the business adopt to service its customer or meet its customers' promises. Whereas for business development, it's more of marketing and managing a customer account. So we are in the business development, what they basically do is to develop quotes and proposals for prospective clients, things like business plan, quotes, what is the cost of this product or service that the business will be offering. Business analysis relies on both quantitative and qualitative data or information. So we don't just rely on statistical data, which is quantitative data. Unlike business analytics, that is solely on quantitative data that they use in, rumbling and mining in order to be able to come up with a prediction. In business analysis as well, we are involved in using several tools. We use a lot of tools. If you check the BABOK V3, so BABOK V3 stands for Business Analysis Body of Knowledge. So it's more like a guide, a textbook written by IIBA that is used to guide business analysts on how to actually execute their tasks effectively. So if you check BABOK V3 and you look at the techniques section, there are over 70 techniques that business analysts use to solve problems in different scenarios in the workplace, so that we use several techniques and tools to solve problems. But in business analytics, you basically use technological tools like Power BI, Tableau, SQL, Excel to go about their problem solving. And in business analysis, you don't need knowledge of how to program. You don't need knowledge of how to write a code. There's no programming knowledge needed for you to become a business analyst. But in business analytics, you need some level of understanding of SQL, even level of understanding of Python for you to be able to excel in that field. So moving on, how can you actually become a business analyst? Number one on the list is, first, everything starts with passion. You can't be forced to do something that you're not passionate about. And not just forced to do something, you can't excel in something you're not passionate about. So everything starts with passion. Your passion to solve problems, your passion to become a better person in your career path, your passion to transit into business analysis. So you grow the passion to solve problems, then you get quality practical training. And when I say practical training, not just training, people go to Udemy to take trainings, and at the end of the day, you agree with me that sometimes you start those courses and you can't even finish them because you are lost along the way. You can go to LinkedIn Learn to start a course, and you are lost along the way because you don't really get that real stuff that has to do with the training. Or you go to Udacity, wherever you go, or even on YouTube, you realize that people teaching on YouTube, they are not as in-depth and practical as possible. So it is important for you to get practical training. And that is what Learn with Pride is offering us in this point in time. Ability and the opportunity for you to get a one-time quality practical training in business analysis. And then not just about getting the practical training. Of course, practical training is very, very good. And as Akin said, it's a 50-50 thing. We make sure we do our part in giving you that practical training, and we offer you the opportunity to also get your hands dirty, to practice what you've learned, right? As you learn and you practice, you realize that it becomes part and parcel of you. You grow and you are confident in talking about it to anyone, even to recruiters globally. So you gain hands-on experience, and also as well, it's important for you to get mentorship, right? If you are going to somewhere that someone has gone several times, it's wisdom on your part to seek for advice, seek for guidance, ask questions from that person. Let him point you, or let him or her point you on the best direction to follow to get to your destination. And then the last of it is for you to now get a job and grow from there, because as you get your first job, you begin to learn on the job, learn everything you need to learn, how to become a better person, how to become a better business analyst. And it's also good if you want to also upskill yourself in other areas as well. So what are some of the benefits of being a business analyst? Number one is that you are basically wearing one title, which is business analyst, but you have many professional hats. You have professional hats as a problem solver, as a change agent, as a process analyst, as a solution provider. Like, you know how to broker communication with stakeholders in different areas. So you have one title, but many professional hats. Another one is that the job market is exploding. Just as Akin mentioned during the time he was giving his own talk, the demand for business analysts is growing by the day. So many companies are springing up, and they need business analysts to help them stand their feet. They need business analysts, those that are already established, they need business analysts to help them grow exponentially. The job market and the demand for business analysts is very high. The pay is awesome. You get to start off in a very good pay, and within a 1 year or 2 year period, you are earning like ×3, ×4 of what you started off with in the last 3 years. There's independence and flexibility for you to actually do your work. People are always people don't really like being micromanaged. But so as a business analyst, it's very difficult to even micromanage a business analyst, because today you are solving a problem in this industry, another day you are solving a problem in another industry, another day you are working with a different stakeholder entirely to solve a problem for them. So you have the opportunity to work in different areas, and then just doing repetitive routine functionality, which is the fact that business analysis doesn't have a dull moment. There's no dull moment. There's nothing like routine tasks, right? Even if you don't come to work that day, a school sat leaver or a school leaver or a secondary school leaver can actually do your job confidently if they just show him or her what to do or where to press or what to write. But in business analysis, it gets you engaged. It helps you to think. It opens your critical thinking and analytical and problem-solving mind in order to engage you to solve problems that are not routine, but that would actually innovate and improve the business. And finally, business analysis utilizes your past experience. And this is one of the things I tell my students. Whether you are a teacher or you are a painter or you are currently a receptionist or you are an admin staff or you are a professional in any area or a doctor, the fact is that in business analysis will provide you the platform to leverage your previous experiences in your present role. That is one of the beautiful things about business analysis. And that is why whether you find yourself in any walks of life, transiting to business analysis seems to be the best thing you can ever do to yourself, because it gives you the opportunity to leverage past experiences to solve problems in your present situation. So that's just a brief overview of what business analysis is, what you get to achieve a business analyst as a business analyst. I can't wait to have you guys in class, and then we go a lot more deeper into what it means to be a business analyst, who a business analyst is, things we do. We look at how we engage or collaborate with stakeholders to solve problems. We look at ways we solve problems, how we analyze the problem, how we analyze solutions, how we make a company to earn more money. Everybody wants to earn more money. How business analysts help companies to earn more money, generate more revenue, increase market share, how we help companies to build IT solutions, build softwares, build products, build applications. We can't wait to get started, and I hope to see you guys in class. Thank you very much for your audience. Over to you, Akin.
Yeah, thanks, Genesis. If anyone has got a question, please, you can start to raise your hand. I will be calling you shortly. So if you have any questions, please kindly raise your hand, and I'll be calling you. You can as well drop your questions in the chat if you prefer that. But just I'd like to hear your voice. You know, we are all here to learn together. So why not talk to me? But before then, I've actually got one of Genesis X student. They finished, I think, last week. They are waiting to start the project on the 17th. I've got him on the call just to say one or two things about his experience, you know, as regards the training. So Musa, you can unmute yourself and you can talk.
All right, thank you, Akin. Good afternoon, everyone. Just as Akin said, my name is Musa Yunusa. I'm a student of Northumbria University in the Department of International Business Management. I heard about this clearing call, or let me use that word. And initially I was like, is it possible? Like, can I actually have my way? Okay. I spoke with like one or two of my friends about this. And I actually talked to one of my friends again that's actually in the field. And he said to me that day, just as Akin and Genesis said today, it requires just a kind of a commitment. If you know you can give it, you're gonna have it. I said, okay, if that's what the journey needs, I will find my way out of it. But luckily for me and for every other people, I mean, every other past student, we are fortunate to get enrolled with Learn with Pride. And also to have a very good, understandable, and a well-explanatory tutor, that is Genesis. We have a very interactive class whereby you are able to, you ask your questions, you say your feel, it give you a kind of it took us to the level of primary level for you to understand what business analysis is all about. In fact, I must tell you the fact. We just concluded the tutor last week, about to start the live project. I put it on my profile in Indeed. I mean, Indeed and the LinkedIn. Yesterday, I did 2 separate interviews. I swear to you, 2 separate interviews. I did it yesterday. Then I was like, what's this? Like, you know, it's one thing for you to have a passion for something and be doubting the implementation of it. Like, is it going to meet up with the market demand? But you are still learning about something and you just flash it out to general public to see what you are cooking in, and you see customer demanding for what you are cooking. You know, it's going to be a kind of additional motivation to you. You understand? So I was so impressed that yesterday. In fact, before now that I am able to, that I've been in the call, I chatted Genesis that please have some kind of questions that I want to ask. But it's because I was busy indoor, so I could not get his response earlier. It's still all about this because I want to tell him, like, wow, are you sitting down with all these interviewers, or are you working with all the interviewers to bring a syllabus about business analysis to the class or something? It's part of the question I actually want to ask him anyway. If you are fortunate to be part of this move, I mean, the part of this incoming training, believe me, I didn't know Akin anywhere. I didn't know Genesis anywhere. This is what brings us together. I am not sweet mouthing anyone. It is a good thing you want to navigate your future with. I give you my word. If you should permit me to continue talking, you know, it's something I'm enjoying. And in fact, for me to even join, I was happy. And I believe if you could summon your courage together to join this team, you're actually going to make it while the sun is shining. They need business analysts. I can confirm it myself. I can confirm it because what even brought me all the way from Nigeria to United Kingdom, that is to do my master's. I'm almost done. And even I had it to my profile. I did not get a single call, like people to ask me, guy, what are you selling? But this training of 3 months, I just had it. See, it was like they are expecting me to add it to my profile. I put it in there. I start receiving kind of messages and calls. I swear again, I have somebody that said, okay, because you still about to round up with your course with Northumbria, we'll be able to look forward to you to complete it and get back to us. We're going to fix you in. You know, that's just a promise. And they asked me that you need a kind of sponsorship for you to stay in the UK and work and all that. I told them, for now, I don't need any sponsorship because my visa will still permit me to work in the UK till next year, October. They now said, okay, after then, do I going to need? I say, when we get to the bridge, I'm very sure I know how to cross it. If there's a way you could do it, fine. And if you could not, I'm going to. But one thing I understand is there's no way you're going to start working with these people. You familiarize yourself with their systems. Believe me, they won't allow you to go. That's what I just understand. So with all what you've been hearing since and what Akin has said and the Genesis, my dear brother and sister, I'm part of you. I'm just like you when I want to start my own training. It was like this. Can it possible? 3 months? Can I navigate my life with 3-month training and become something? But when I give it a trial, believe me, I never regret it negatively. I know I could have done this since my first month in the UK. That's what came to me and even my family. So let me stop here and say I'm hoping and I'm expecting every one of us in the class, just as Genesis said, and even to meet at the what's it called, the alumni WhatsApp group. Thank you and good afternoon once again. Thank you, Akin.
Yeah, thanks, Musa. I really appreciate that. As you know, as he has said, they finished their training, if I'm right, probably last weekend. And they will be starting the project on the 17th next week Monday, you know. But only with the practical training that he has received, you know, he already started getting calls. What will now happen after going through the whole the whole 3 months, you know, the sky is just the beginning, so to say. You know, that's the position you can put yourself, but many people would doubt it. That how possible is that? You know, the same thing happened to me back then as well. That, you know, I even had masters in accounting. You know, I was not thinking, how can I possibly go on a 3-month course and be good enough? Not only good enough, being able to get you know, salary that, you know, I could only dream of previously. But until I started as well, before, you know, I can testify to it that, you know, anything at all you put your mind to do will surely work. And the difference, what makes us different is we don't preach, and that is based on my own personal journey as well. We really don't preach. We are not getting you ready to go and pass, to go and sit for a professional certification. If you want to do that in your own spare time, why not? You can read and go and study and go and sit for the exam. But we are not preparing you to go and sit for professional exam, because we know that is not what will give you the entrance that you're looking for. It's the practical knowledge, you hitting the ground running. That is what companies are looking for. Someone that can hit the ground running. We don't have time to micromanage anyone. We don't have time to train anyone. So can you do the job? The question is, can you do the job? And can you prove to us that you can do the job? If yes, then you'll be hired. One of my ex-students as well, he got a job in February, but this offer actually came in last year, November. It was on post-study visa as well. He's been applying, you know, for only a sponsorship visa roles. But I told her, you know what, don't restrict yourself. Don't limit yourself to only sponsorship. I know you need sponsorship. Yeah, that's fine. But apply for all roles. You never know. Because what you don't realize is, if you are good enough and if you can get to the last stage and they like you, they offer you the role, and they now realize that you don't have the whatever, at that time, they won't have a choice than to, you know, offer you to sponsor your visa. You know, she started applying and applying. She got the interview with PwC. Or she saw that she applied for that job rather. And on that application they put, we are not giving sponsorship visa. You know, but she went ahead and applied, because after speaking to me, I told her, apply for all jobs. You know, she did well the first interview, second interview, she did well, third interview, she did well. All this while, they never asked her, what type of visa have you got? Until when they now wanted to offer her the role, they now asked her, you know what? So what sort of visa have you got? She told them for study. But the guy doesn't really know much about visas. They went back to their legal team and asked, and they came back to her that, yeah, actually you can work. Well, we are not looking for someone on a short-term basis, because you can only work till 2023. We are looking for someone who can be with us for a while, you know, and that is PwC. I'm sure everyone on this call will know PwC. But they said you have two options. Is either we offer you that short contract till 2023 and we let you go, or we can apply for a sponsorship visa for you, just that your resumption date will be delayed till February 2023. And the rest is a story now. You know, she's working with PwC since February, and they sponsor her visa. You can, you know, that's the kind of position you can put yourself in. And even those that live outside the UK, you know, they still get remote jobs from companies, you know, from foreign companies. This can only be possible after you have the right skills and knowledge to compete in the market. Ronnie, you raised your hand. You can unmute and ask your question.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Ronnie.
I know you said something in the beginning that after the 6 weeks like training exercise,
yes,
we will have to go to Google to learn ourselves. I was wondering, is there a platform? Because
no.
Sorry, can I finish?
Yeah, go on.
That we'll have to do a lot of learning on our own. I wanted to ask, is there a platform that you have that we can probably log on to see some courses, and then we can learn. Because if you tell me now, I'm a novice, I know nothing about business analysis, and you say, okay, go to Google, there are some things that you need to learn. Where do I start from? Is there a course outline? Is there a guide for me to be able to use to actually learn? Secondly, I know that some of these things, they require some tools that you need to use. Now, if I join, will I be the one to acquire those tools, or will I get access to those tools from you? Thank you.
All right. The first question is as regards the 6 weeks, and I asked you to go on to do personal learning. You are not waiting till after the 6 weeks before you start your personal learning. No. What I said, let me say that again, is the training might be twice a week for 6 weeks, but I'm not expecting your journey to be restricted to that twice a week. The training will hold Thursdays and Saturdays. I'm expecting you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to do something in relation to business analysis. Yes, you are a novice, you don't know anything. You don't know, if you go on YouTube, you don't know what to Google. But let's say you've taken the first class. From the first class, you have a hint of what is not clear to you in that first class. Oh, Genesis has said this in this class. I really don't understand. Although I've gone through the recording, go and type that thing that you don't understand from that video or from that lecture. Type it on YouTube and see the result that you get. So it's like you are browsing, but when you want to start browsing, you start from somewhere, right? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So it's like you are browsing. So your start point will be, okay, you've had your first class. You are going through the recording of your first class. There are certain topics or certain things that have been covered in that class that you do not understand. But you can learn more. That single topic, let's say requirement gathering. You can go on YouTube, type either what is requirement gathering or how can you achieve requirement gathering as a business analyst, something like that. You see many answers or many videos that will pop up and you can watch. Also, if you don't understand anything or if you don't know the start point or where to start, because we understand most people coming on this journey don't have the background knowledge. Everyone wants to transition with zero knowledge. Accepted. That is why you have Genesis with you. That is why you have myself with you. So you are not left alone on this journey. Genesis, you raise, I'm sure you want to add to that, to what I just said.
Yeah. Also to add to what you said, right? Sorry, I did not get your name. Running, right?
Yeah, running.
Yes.
Yeah. Also to add to what Akin said, basically, after the class, it happens in real world. There's what we call further reading, right? After the class, and based on what your passion and drive is, you might want to do further reading, maybe ahead of next class, because I always tell you guys what I want to learn in the next class. And sometimes I tell my students to read ahead of the next class. Sometimes after the class, before the next class, I ask questions on were you guys able to do this assignment or do this research. So what Akin is trying to say is that don't just depend on only what to teach in class. Grow that passion and interest to also do further reading. Do you understand? Grow that passion to do further reading, because if you ask Musa, I never even knew that Musa will be coming to talk today. I enjoy when my students ask me questions a lot. It excites me a lot because it shows that you are interested. So you can only learn to ask questions when you go to find out or do further reading. And maybe in your further reading, something is confusing to you, you can come to class, we can have a conversation in class. You can even chat me up on my WhatsApp, because by the time you start the program, you have access to me on WhatsApp and you can send me a DM at any point in time and I'll respond. So what Akin is basically trying to say is doing further reading. Maybe something we learned something in class and it's not so clear to you and you don't want to ask me, you can do further reading to validate what you learned in class as well. Or you learn something and you're not so convinced, you can do further reading to validate. Does that help clarify, Ronnie?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Genesis. And as regards your second question, Ronan, as regards tools, that is very, very important to me and to us as well. There's no way you want to pass through a training like this that you not be exposed to industry standard tools. And those industry standard tools that you'll be exposed to, they are open source, so you don't need to buy them, you know. But Genesis will be showing you, when you get to that point, what to do, how to get it, and all of that. So that is not a problem. You'll be exposed to tools, but you are not paying for those tools.
Okay.
All right. I hope we have tried to answer that question. All right.
Yes, you have. Thank you.
You're welcome. Genesis, if you want to take this. So this is from Oluwatosin. I don't know whether she's still on the line. Is this only applicable?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Is this only applicable to IT, or can it be useful in jobs like risk management roles, insurance roles, etc.?
Okay. Brilliant question, Tosin. So business analysis is not particular to only IT. It cuts across every industry. Whether you find yourself in an insurance, I have friends that are business analysts that work in insurance in companies. Several of them. I have friends that are business analysts that work in medical facilities, that work in government parastatals, that work in financial institutions, and also have those in their large number that work in IT companies. So you find yourself in different industry. Just as I can give an example of one of the past students that works in PwC. PwC is not an IT company. It's a consulting firm, right? And she's working there as a business analyst. So irrespective of the industry or domain that the business is focused on, or even where the project is focused on, business analyst finds its relevance in everything. As long as it is a business, that's why you're called business analyst, right? Not just IT analyst, you're called business analyst. As long as it is a business that wants to make money, that wants to increase market share, become profitable, business analysts are relevant. Even enough for profit, business analysts are relevant.
All right. Thanks, Genesis. Tosin, I hope you are satisfied with that answer.
Yeah. I brought it up because you made mention a lot of IT. That's why I brought it up. But yeah, clear up. I was also going to ask though that, looking at all the topics you had when you were advertising for the other programs that you take, data analysis came up as well. And presently, I think it's one of the things that I would like to do. I was hoping that, is there a way, do you do like a dual program? Do you think I'll be taking on too much if I ask that?
Musa, are you still on the call? Musa is a typical example to answer that question you just asked. Musa enrolled for both business analysis and data analysis. So it's still undergoing data analysis, because data analysis that one is a 4-month training that runs twice a week as well, and it's still on that as well. So actually, I think I should let Musa answer that question. Musa, how is the combination of both the data analysis and business analysis that you took on? How are you coping with them?
Thank you, Akin. Actually, at the beginning, I actually don't find it easy because, I'm in the United Kingdom, and at the same time, I'm still working, and undergoing through different trainings. It wasn't easy. But when we keep going into it with the help of the instructor, the facilitator, and the practical work that we do in the classes, because it's all in for practical one. That's the number one thing I enjoy about Learn with Pride training styles. They allow interactive sections, they allow practicals, and they give us some kind of assignment to do ahead of the class. You understand? And because of the recording part of the training, at times I might be in the class, but not be present in the class like 100%. After the whole class, I will go back to the training, the recording. I will study it again. Then because of that, I'll be able to meet up in the class. Because of all these tools, I find it easy for myself, and I was able to cope with the whole thing in the class. So I think with the recording, anybody that wants to do more than 2 or 3 trainings is good to go from my own end. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks,
Thank you, Musa.
Yeah, so all right, go on, Tosin.
Sorry. So yes, I think I can push myself, but do you get like do you have a package for it, or do you have to, as the data analysis new class started, or how do I go about it?
That one is starting on the 11th, so it's starting on Tuesday. The new course for data analysis is starting on Tuesday. This Tuesday coming on the 11th. What you can do, can do, Tosin, is the WhatsApp number on the screen. You can note it down and chat me up afterwards. Then I'll see whether I can do a package deal for you afterwards.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Can we get the presentation slides? Unfortunately, you can only get access to it from the video. The video will be made available on the WhatsApp group and also on our YouTube channel. So if you just search for Learn with Pride on YouTube, you'll see the recording. It will be made available by end of today on our WhatsApp group. All right. Dekunle, you raise your hand.
Yes, I did. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, good afternoon, Dekunle.
Yeah, I'm going back. I'm in retrospect on what they discussed about running a dual program. So let's say business analysis and data analytics, for instance. In case someone wants to build their portfolio, is it going to be individual or separate? Maybe one portfolio has 2 projects on data analytics and at the same time it has business analysis on the side, or you just create one for this career path and the other for, and the other for the other part.
It depends on you. Take data analysis, for example. Like you'll be exposed to 4 different tools on the data analysis journey, which is Python, SQL, Power BI, Tableau. And each of those tools, so each month will represent 1 tool. At the end of that month, you undertake a project based on that tool you just completed. So at the end of the program for the 4 months, you have 4 different projects you can showcase in your portfolio for data analysis, right? But there are few rules, and the project for the business analysis as well, that is separate, which is another 2 months for business analysis. But it now depends on you, how you want to go about things. There are few roles out there that are titled business data analyst. That means they are looking for the business side and they are looking for the data side. They are looking for, both roles, so to say. So you can make your CV to be a combined role if you know you want to be applying for a data analyst role as well. I think that will even be a best way to go about it. Genesis, what do you think?
Sorry, I did not get the question. I was a bit distracted. Can you just help recall?
Adekunle. So he was saying, if he enrolls on both the data and business analyst, is it going to create a separate portfolio for those 2, or can it be combined?
Okay, awesome. So you can create separate portfolio for those 2, and also you can combine. What do I mean? There are some jobs, just as Akin said, there are some jobs that are called hybrid roles. Hybrid roles means maybe the company wants to cut costs. They want to cut down on cost of salaries. They want to pay for staff. If rather than getting a business analyst and getting a data analyst, 2 different individuals, and pay them hefty money, they might want to look for someone that have the same competence, right? And that person will do a hybrid role. So it will be a data analyst / business analyst. Some do it as business analyst / project managers. Some do business analyst / scrum master. These are two different roles, but because the one probably cuts down costs, right, or funding for the project, they might want to look for someone that shows those two competence. But these hybrid roles they're not so common basically, but they're just there as well. So hybrid, they are basically considered to be hybrid role. You'll be doing business analysis and data analysis in that particular organization you find yourself. So it depends.
Can I add a little to that question? For someone like me, the reason why I'm thinking of it is because right now my job role entails data, and I've looked at some of, like when you posted the courses, I tried to do some research on what it entails, and I see one or two that I'm familiar with that I think I need more knowledge in it because of the job role I have now. And is one of the reasons why I asked that being a business and going for the business analysis, is it just restricted to IT? So I think it depends on your job as well. Right now, what I'm doing, the data analysis is very tailored to it and it will be good. But the business analysis, doing a little research as well and asking questions around, I see that it would give me the extra edge that I want and still be like, be in my field or, at a managerial level and all that. So I think it depends on your role. And if you, like you say, if you have the passion for it, it will help you weather the storm. I'm taking a deep breath because I know.
Yeah.
I know that, but I'm excited, for all that you've all said. It's nice.
Yeah, thanks, Tosin. This other question is from you as well. After the program, can you help with CV or can you recommend who can? So CV revamping is the only thing personally that we don't do. But we partner with one of the best in the industry as well. They are called Career Deck Limited, and we refer you to them as well. You get a discount coming from us. They will give you a discount, and you can either go for CV alone or go for LinkedIn CV. They have different package, but they'll give you a discount coming from Learn with Pride. So that is not a problem at all.
Okay. And this will be done when we're through with the whole program, obviously.
It depends on you. You might want to start testing if you want to start testing the water, before you are finished. Why not? You can do it before you finish. Like Musa said, Musa hasn't started on the live project for the business analysis, but he has started getting calls because he put his CV online. He has started getting calls. So it all depends on you but you are good to go even after the practical training.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. This is from Pooja. What is the cost of the program and how long is this program going to be? So the cost in pounds is $4.99, but there's currently 20% discount on it, and so that will make it $3.99, and only half payment is required to start, and the other half can be paid within 4 to 5 weeks before you start on the live project. So that is the cost in pounds, $4.99. In naira, that is 400,000 before discount. After discount, 360,000. And we only have 10 slots available for the one starting on the 22nd of this month. All right. I saw someone raise their hand now. All right. Let me just scroll down. If you still want to ask me any question, please feel free to raise your hand and I will call you. As I said, I'll prefer you talking to me than me reading messages. So please, you can raise your. When is the next class after? Yeah, I know I saw Femi. Yeah, Femi, go on. Go for it.
Sorry, I just came online and then I saw your mail. I'm sure I must have. I actually didn't know about this meeting. Sorry, my name is Femi. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, funny enough, this has been what I want to do. But I was trying to listen to the discussion in terms of questions about business analysis and data analysis. Where can I have the comprehensive details, both the cost, time, and the requirement, including, because like you said, CV revamp, but I wouldn't know whether it was just a caption rather, but maybe it's not part of what you do. But where is there a site, or where can I get the details instead of asking you? Well, I want to know the cost. I want to know the payments plan and the stuff like that. Sorry to.
Yeah, is it for business analysis or for both business analysis and data analysis?
I don't mind getting the two. I want business analysis in the first place, but
All
as the lady has asked about data analysis, I felt it shouldn't be cut short too.
All right, so for business analysis, the cost is $4.99. And as I said, there is 20% discount available on that. That will make it $3.99. And that $3.99 is not even due once. If you have it to pay at once, why not? You can pay. But if not, you can start with half payment, which is let's say £200. And the other £200 has to be paid within 4 to 5 weeks after you've started.
Okay.
Because everything needs to be paid before you get on the live project. That is for business analysis.
Okay.
So you can pay in 2 installments for business analysis. And the duration is 3 months. 3 months to 3 months, 2 weeks, so to say, because the practical training is for 6 weeks, twice a week for 6 weeks. And the project, the live project, is for 2 months.
Okay.
So that is around 3 months, 2 weeks. And it runs twice a week, which is every Thursdays and Saturdays.
Okay.
Thursdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay.
and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for 6 weeks. So that's for business analysis. For data analysis, that one is a 4-month program that runs twice a week as well. Every Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. UK time. And you'll be exposed to 4 industry standard tools as well, which is Python, SQL, Power BI, and Tableau. Each month will focus on 1 tool. And at the end of the 4-month program, you'll be able to showcase 4 different projects in your portfolio for the data analysis. The cost for the data analysis is £600. But at the moment, there's 40% discount on it, and it's starting on the 11th of this month, which is on Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, but for any other questions, I'm sure you can see the number on your screen.
That's what I want to do now.
Yeah, so
I
just
really want to, so I can get your WhatsApp and then the full details can be sent.
yeah. So just message me on the WhatsApp, and we can take it further from there.
Okay. Now to add to that business analysis, you said Thursday and Saturday.
Yes.
What if there's a shift that won't allow us to attend?
All right. So all sessions are recorded, and we have an LMS platform, learning management system,
okay,
whereby you're going to register, and after that you can log into your dashboard and access the recording at any time, either on your mobile or on the desktop.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, and also I think I haven't mentioned this. You can also earn from referral fee. We have a referral program whereby if you refer someone to us and they registered, you get 10% on the first person, and if from the second person you get 5%.
Okay.
And that's just another avenue to make money or extra money, or to reduce your own training fee.
Now, my last question. I hope I'm not taking time. My last question is that do you do reference?
Yeah. Okay. Let me just tell you what is included in the package. So the package includes practical training, working on a live project, mentorship, support, CPD accredited certificate, interview preparation, and we give you a work reference for the duration you are with us.
Okay. Good. So I'm going to shout you up. Thank you.
No problem.
Sorry.
My name is Akin Oladeji.
Okay, Akin Oladeji. Yeah. I'll say thank you so much.
You're welcome. Tosin, is that an old hand or new hand?
Yeah, is a new one.
Okay.
Sorry, I have plenty of questions. So, you said the business analysis Tuesdays and Saturdays.
Thursdays and Saturdays, business analysis, Thursdays and Saturdays.
Then the data is Tuesday and Wednesday.
And Wednesday, that's correct, yes.
Okay, I thought it would clash.
No, it's not
Wondering-
clashing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is to Anu Oluwapo. When is the next class after the July 22nd? That will be probably in 8 weeks after July 22nd. So that will be around July, August. That will be around September. Because we need to finish one before we start another one. So we are looking around 2 months after July the 22nd. That's to Anu Oluwapo. I don't know whether you are still online. What is the cost of the program? That's to Peter. It's $499 before discount. Do you offer job experience in the UK? You'll be working on a live project, which is a job experience. That is why, as I said, it's not a capstone project. That's why we are different. You are not just working on a made to believe kind of a project. You're actually dealing with a real client and delivering a solution for that client as well. So that will serve as your experience in the UK. That's to Williams. I don't know whether you're still on the call. If you have question, please, you can still raise your hand. Are you saying that while applying for a job and the question about whether a sponsorship is required, what is the best response? Lakon, are you online? Lakon, are you still on the call? I'm trying to understand your question. Are you saying that why applying for a job and the question about whether a sponsorship is required, what is the best response? All right. So what I'm saying, okay, Lakon, do you want to? Yeah, I can see you.
You're right. There are some times when you're applying for a job, they will say, will you require visa sponsorship?
Tell them you don't require sponsorship as long as at that time, if you can still work, but you know in the future you require sponsorship. Tell them for now you don't require sponsorship.
Okay, thank you.
Because that might be a deal breaker. If you tell them at first, they will just, kick your application aside. So don't tell them you need sponsorship if you can still work. Get to that bridge first and let them sort it out when you get there.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, sir, but the question usually comes, will you now or in the future require sponsorship? That's how they usually craft the question.
It all depends on how they ask it. You might be lucky if they ask that. Yeah, you can tell them, yes, for now you don't require sponsorship. But then it now depends on them if they want to continue. Aside the practical training, aside having the knowledge, the experience, another thing that is key when it comes to all these things is the favor, God's favor. That's all we are asking for, but just that we have to do our bit before God can favor us. So I still believe, whether they ask or they don't ask, just tell them the truth. You don't require sponsorship for now, but probably in the next 2 years, you might require sponsorship. Let them make the decision. Yeah, okay, we'll put you forward, or we don't want to put you forward. But there are thousands of companies out there, so don't be pulled down with just one company telling you that,
But I think you're right. I agree with you because most time when the response to that question has been, yes, I will, even though at the moment I don't need. Once I've answered that, yes, I don't get any feedback again from them.
Yeah, so just tell them you don't require sponsorship. When you get to that bridge, you cross it when you get there.
Okay, let me use the opportunity to also ask, when you mentioned for the data analysis, it might be something I might consider. You mentioned Python, Tableau, Power BI.
And SQL.
SQL.
Yeah, SQL, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Musa, you raise your hand.
Yes, okay, thank you. I actually want to add to what you said based on my experience, like the day before yesterday. They asked me that, do I require sponsorship? I told them no, that because I still have visa that can cover me till next year ending. Then I say, what if after that time, they still not get me sponsorship? What will happen? I say, so far the job is remote. that can still be working for them anywhere I am, and I keep getting my pay. And they say, brilliant, fantastic. So that was how we ended the interview. So I think if they ask, so far the application, if the job style is a remote job, either you need a sponsorship or not a sponsorship, or what we need first is to get the job done. So I think with that, it will help. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Musa. Anolu Akpo, this is from you again. The class is going to be online, not a physical class. It's going to be a live session online, not a physical class. That's to Anolu Akpo. Please, I would like to ask when the next class will be, and also is it online? Okay, I just answered that. What is the cost for employment and CV revamp? Orobosa, I do not understand that. What is the cost for employment? What employment? Are you referring to training? If you're online, please, you can unmute yourself and re-ask that question. Is the course hybrid, BA and product owner, or just business analysis? Ronnie, this is from
Hello,
you.
hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, Orobosa, yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, so I think my question has been answered. I mean the
All right.
CV revamp is an affiliate employment. I mean, so far a lot of the persons that have been, talking about employment on this platform are people that are already in the UK. And my question now is, for those in Nigeria that just want to, relocate,
Yeah,
with job relocation and all of that,
yeah.
how do they go about it?
It's-
And trying to get sponsorship visas from Nigeria.
So it's the same process as well. But before you can even think about it or competing, you need to acquire the right skills and knowledge. So right from a typical example would be Genesis himself. Genesis lives in Nigeria, but works with a UK company, right?
Yeah.
So it is possible. There are sites that we are going to tell you whereby you can create a profile and start applying for jobs. We might even start with freelancing. It pays a lot of money, but it might be a short just to gather more experience. It might be for like 3 months, 4 months, you are done, but you are getting well paid, And also, as you are doing that, you are looking out for a sponsorship roles, from your home countries, because as I said, you can research it yourself. IT business analyst is one of the shortage of skilled worker in the UK as well, meaning if you see any eligible company who are recruiting and you are good enough, you can prove your worth. They can sponsor your visa from your home country. Even if that is not the case, you can get a remote job. So it's not only applicable to people abroad. No, many people, probably you have plan of relocating in the future, or you just want something much better than what you're doing at the moment. Yes, you can undertake the course as well.
Okay, so looking at the cost of the price of the course, right? For
Yeah.
someone that maybe doesn't, not really an entry level into business analysis, but wants to leverage on the opportunities that come with the course, right? Like
Yeah.
the employment, the mentorship, the project, and all of that. So would they have to still pay the same amount for the course? I don't know if you get my question.
If you can rephrase it for me, I'll appreciate that. Are you saying
Okay.
No, rephrase it and let me answer it.
Yeah. For someone that is already a business analyst in Nigeria,
Okay.
but needs some sort of like guidance on how they can, navigate this old maybe relocation and all of that, but they are currently working as a business analyst, so they are not really entry level, but I can say maybe like an intermediate or mid-level as a business analyst. So do they still need to like take the course from scratch before they can get the other opportunities that come with this course?
Yes, such people don't need us, because as I said, probably they are working they're already in the field. But
Yeah.
the package that we offer it's for our students because we can vouch for them, you know,
Yeah.
because we've taken you on a journey, and we know that at the end of that journey, this person can now use Jira confidently. This person can now
Yeah.
use Confluence. This person can now do this. This person can now do that. You know, based on that, you know, we can vouch for you. So the package we offer, unfortunately, is only for the student that we are taking on, so to say. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for that. This is from Ron.
Sorry, Akin, can I add to that question you just answered?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, definitely. I think I'm in UK. You know, I came in for quite not long, and then I've had certifications on business analysis and project management, but I've not practiced. Nevertheless, I understand that I need a platform like this who will boost my morale, boost my courage, and then help with civil revamp and all that. So is it the same? Will my question be applicable to what the lady just asked?
Sorry, Femi. Sorry, I didn't quite get that. Sorry, I lost you for a bit.
Okay, let me call. I think the lady was saying that she's already certified, and then
Yeah, she's talking about someone, yeah, that has already been working in a BA field, yeah, in
Okay,
Nigeria.
I'm not working in a BA field. I have certificates. I have project management certificate also.
All right.
I don't have data, but I've not worked within that field. You know, I came into UK about 2 months ago, and then I want to chart my course around that line. So I needed a platform. In fact, I'm surprised because I have searched so much. I didn't know how you got my contacts. I didn't know how this, but I am so happy that wow. But so will it be applicable to me too? Or
all right, no, you are perfectly fine because I did when you started the session with us, you hear me say I don't preach certification. I don't preach professional certification. But honestly, to the best, as far as I'm concerned, it means nothing to me. Why am I saying that? Because I've got loads of them that I never used, thinking they will give me a breakthrough because I transitioned myself, but they never did until I acquired the practical knowledge.
Okay.
So,
okay.
As a company, we do not prepare you to, our training doesn't prepare you to go and pass certification, but rather focus on a day in the life of a business analyst or a product owner. So we prepare you, if you should go and job tomorrow, how are you going to survive on that job?
I agree with you.
So your certificate to me is, don't worry about that. It's like, you know, it doesn't affect you. You are not affected because I don't preach certificate anyway. And what you study for to pass that certification is completely different on how it is done in the real world as well.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks.
Sorry,
Genesis.
also to add, I've sat in different interviewing people that want to become business analysts, like in terms of recruiting business analysts for the place I work, even for other companies when they need me to help them in doing interviews for new hires, both in business analysis, product design, and product management. And I've seen people that come with several certificates, but when you ask them questions related on the job, they basically can't even confidently talk through what they know as by experience. So most recruiters nowadays they barely care about your certificates. They barely, if even though you have all the certificates in the world, and when they engage you to ask you a question and they realize that you can't even confidently talk about what you've done in the past or what you can do for them, they won't move forward with your application. So certificate is just a nice to have. It's a nice to have basically, right? But the real stuff is what you know, what you can do. That is why just as Akin said, it doesn't preach certificates. They are nice to have, but they are not, it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is knowing the stuff.
No problem. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Femi. This question is from Ronnie. Is this course hybrid? Yes. So you'll be trained as a BA and also as a product owner, so that when you start applying for jobs, you are not restricting yourself to just a business analyst role. If you see a product owner role as well, you can pick it up. Also on the project as well, you'll be acting as a business analyst and also as a product owner, because you'll be in touch, you'll be working in sprints, right? So probably in the fourth sprint, you might act as a business analyst, while in the second sprint, you might act, sorry, as a product owner. So yes, you'll be getting your hands dirty in both roles. That is to running. And I think the final question, business analysis and data analysis, which one is in demand internationally? Honestly, both of them, any IT related course, whether it's business analysis or data or DevOps or software automation, you can get, you can work as a freelancer, short jobs, 2 months, 3 months, and you are getting well paid, So, but you just have to leverage on your strength. You don't look at which one is paying more internationally. Which one can you do eventually if you get the right skills and knowledge on it? You have to leverage on your strength. Which one which one do you think you'll be good at? Is it business analysis? Is it data analysis? Then go for one and be good, and you can, and if it's both of them as well, you can, but you need to leverage on your strength when you are considering a career transitioning. That is to Miyambe. I don't know whether you are still on the call. Do you have any program for project manager? If yes, when is the next course starting? Actually, we have an overview session for project management starting. I'm sorry, I said starting on Monday. This Monday coming, we have an overview session for project management. That is a double combo training as well, because you also be exposed to a Scrum Master role in that training as well. So you can message me and probably I will send you the WhatsApp group for the project management that you can join, where the Zoom link for that session will be shared as well. That is to Benjamin. I don't know whether you are still on the call. If yes, message me on the WhatsApp number. May I know the actual cost for data and business analysis? This is Emmanuel. Data analysis is £600 actual cost for 4 months, but there's 40% discount on it, making it £360. And you can start with half payment, and the other half is due within 6 to 8 weeks. That is for data. For business, is £499. You get 20% discount. So that means you pay £400. Then half payment is required to start as well, and the other half due within 4 to 5 weeks. The duration for business is 3 months, 2 weeks thereabout. The duration for data is 4 months, and they both runs twice a week. That is to Emmanuel, and I think that is the last question. I don't think, if there's any other question, please, you can raise your hand before we end this session. Any last question from anyone? While that is going on, just to reiterate, the training will be starting on the 22nd of July. And as now that I'm talking, I think we only have eight slots remaining for that session, for that course starting on the 22nd of July. It will run twice a week, Thursdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for 6 weeks. And the other 2 months you'll be using to work on a live project, whereby you'll be working as part of a full Scrum team to deliver a solution for a client. Any other question outside this session, please message me on the WhatsApp number on your screen, and I'll be more than happy to answer any question. Oluwatosin, you raise your hand, although it's down now. I don't know whether you have a question.
So how do we enroll?
Yeah, just message me on that number, on that WhatsApp number.
Okay.
Yeah, just message me on the WhatsApp number. All right. So thanks everyone for your time. I hope you've been able to learn 1 or 2 things on this session today. Hopefully I can see some of you on the journey, and hopefully I can be inviting you to give your testimony as well after a few months. Thanks for your time, and I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks. Enjoy. Bye-bye.
Bye.